What's up, heathens? How y'all doing? I'm the Godless Engineer, and I critically analyze apologist claims to give you the best arguments and information so that you can stand up and use your voice. Today, we're going to be taking a look at Mike Winger, and he's going to say something delightfully insane.
As a Christian, in principle, if God tells you to kill someone, yes, you should. It's God.
Wow, that's fucking crazy. Divine command theory at its best. Mike Winger thinks that if God directly tells you to go out and fucking kill somebody, you should definitely take whatever instrument you want, go fucking kill him. Because you should definitely follow God no matter what he asks. But he does have a little bit of a caveat here.
But in practical reality, I really don't expect this to happen. Not that there can never be an exception, but if anybody comes up to me and says, God told me to kill so-and-so, my default is to think they're probably wrong, because there's a lot more weirdos out there than there are people that God is telling to do something like that.
Now, I definitely think that that's a reasonable position to take there. Like, I think that Mike Winger is using his reason and his senses to be like, yeah, well, it's more likely that God didn't say that to you. But my question is that how can he actually discern between crazies and somebody that's hearing God and genuinely hearing God? Not just like hallucinating God, but like genuinely hearing God. And this is the main thing that I think people need to really question Christians or other religious people with whenever they say that they can discern between God's voice and just a crazy fucking person. Also, they need to ask, how do you know that God wouldn't ask this of you? And how do you know that God just simply wouldn't do these things? It's almost like you're claiming to know God's mind or know God's will, and I feel like that is pretty antithetical to what God says in his magical holy book. But Mike Winger here seems to be able to discern between those two. I mean, he's using his reasoning and other kind of faculties in order to come to that conclusion, but I don't really think that he has a good basis on his religious viewpoints in order to say that that person is crazy and God is not really doing that, other than he already doesn't think that people should be killing in the name of God, but yet his religion is forcing him to say this deplorable thing of, yes, if God tells you to kill somebody, you should kill them. Like, that's divine command theory at its purest. And I think that if you're going to remove any kind of personal reflection on your actions and just put it in the hands of God and just do whatever God says, there's no way for you to actually discern whether or not that's really God talking to you, whether it's Satan talking to you, or whether you're just plumb fucking crazy. Of course, Mike, using his secular reasoning faculties there, is going to come to the most reasonable conclusion there that, oh, this guy's just fucking crazy. But again, he has no basis on his religious viewpoint for actually coming to that decision. He has to use a secular viewpoint in order to come to that decision and reject someone's claim that God wants them to just fucking murder another person. God has obviously done that in the past multiple times. God has directly committed a genocide, at least one, flooding the entire world, and has compelled people to commit genocides, like all the genocides committed by Moses and Joshua and all them. God has done these things in the past. He's asked people to commit murder and other heinous acts on his behalf. So it's not out of the wheelhouse of God to be like, yeah, I want you to kill everybody over there and also take all their little girls into sexual slavery. Just put them in the system, just, pimp them out and just use them as incubators. That's exactly what God did to the Midianites as well as other tribes in that area. And it's not out of reach for God to do it again. Of course, Mike Winger is going to, give you some kind of bullshit about a new covenant and everything like that. But I get that there is a new covenant, but even Jesus in the Gospel of Matthew reiterates to follow the laws of Moses and how the laws of Moses are what governs these rules for how to live a sinless life and all this other stuff. So even Jesus said that a new heaven and new earth is going to come, like the old heaven and old earth are going to pass away, and it's when a new heaven and a new earth comes that the laws of Moses no longer matter. So you're still bound by those laws, and God is still of that nature that was exhibited by the Old Testament, so it's definitely within his wheelhouse to ask you to kill a motherfucker. All right, heathens, well, I appreciate you taking the time out of your day to listen to me rant about this idiot that we just reviewed. If you will, please go down below and follow all of the creators on this video. You will not be disappointed. And while you're down there following everybody, make sure you smash the like button and subscribe.